I'm going to be honest with you tonight that it's about 12:30 at midnight. I just got back from play practice for Drowsy Chaperone, so I can't go into much detail, so I'm going to have to read this completely verbatim for you. Tonight I want to reflect briefly on the idea that's been going through my mind since the reading assignments from March 16th. Choices have consequences. We see in the reading from C.S. Lewis and Aristotle that there are several motives to our choice, but each has a consequence. In the case of Aristotle and Homer, we are given examples of men who lived for the glorious moment. They did not choose for the long, disciplined life, but chose a life that gave them a brief and, in their eyes, glorious burning moment. On the other hand, when we read C.S. Lewis and Dorothy Day, we get the impression that the glorious but brief life is just that, brief. Lewis encourages us to be that nameless scholar, that man or woman among the dusty tomes who promote a good philosophy, who can defend the faith against tyranny of the enemy. A very smart, and I'll say it, crafty enemy. Dorothy Day gives us an example of the little flower, or Saint Teresa of Lisieux. The young lady went into hard religious life at the age of 15 and died of tuberculosis at age 24. Miss Day says of the saint, she was beginning, even at the very early age, to see what the spiritual life meant. The series and the successions of definite choices, the preference, which means the life of love and ordering of every little thing in life, as though we were practicing in the presence of God. The idea of choice is given to us in both Lewis and Day's readings, and I believe it is something that must be complicated to obtain a sound mind and good moral judgment. I'm not talking about a decision about lunch, though that has a consequence to health, but I'm talking about realizing with the fear of God in mind that our choices have consequences. Do we go for the glory, or do we go for the life of a servant? Do we work hard to free people from the suppression of religion and the fear of life after death? Or do we look every day for chances to do good, that one good deed that would woo a fellow human being to the love of Christ? Our choices have consequences, and I believe those consequences will be revealed to us when we stand before God and go over the choices we made in life. Thank you for your time.